It's the International Soccer Preview. We are Soccerphiles Canada. Welcome to Series 31, looking at the players of the 2025 African Cup. This episode is looking at the players of Egypt. Part 1, the candidates. Here we go. Hello and welcome to the International Soccer Preview by Soccerphiles Canada. I'm Kevin and this is Series 31 on the players of the 2025 African Cup. This episode covers Egypt's players. Okay, it's time for us to move on to Section 3 here. And so this is mostly a review and a summary of Section 2. For those listening to the short version here, you can check out the long version for the reasons for our prediction here and for some career information on the main players. But we're not concerning ourselves with predictions, predicted starters at this point. We're going to save that for Part 2. And let's just review the candidates and their likelihood of making the final squad here. So we have manager Rui Vitória out after the African Cup in January of 2024, and Hossam Hassan coming in and leading them through qualification for this Cup and for 2026 World Cup qualifying. Goalkeepers, we have a definite candidate in Ufa Shobair and likely candidates in Mohamed El Shanawi and Mohamed Sobi. And we won't mention candidates below the possible but unlikely level, but we will talk about them in Part 2 if they are named to the final squad. That's goalkeepers. On to central defence. We have a definite candidate in Rami Rabia, and then likely candidates in Mohamed Abdel Monem, Khaled Sobi, and Hossam Abdel Maguid. We also have three possible candidates in Yasser Ibrahim, Amr Al-Ghazar, and Mohamed Rabia. Have a couple of veterans off the squad there, which we'll talk about in the next part. Left backs, just one candidate over here, definite candidate Mohamed Hamdi. We think they may need more backup there. We talked about that a little bit. Right backs, we have a player with a similar name, Mohamed Hani, and a likely candidate, he's a definite candidate, a likely candidate in Ahmed Eid there. And moving up to the midfield, defensive midfielders, a definite candidate in Ahmed Nabil Koka, and two likely candidates, actually the main players here, Marwin Atia and Hamid Fati there. No candidates at the possible level. So we move to central midfielders. We have likely candidate, no definite candidate here, likely candidate Mahmoud Saber, and then possible candidates Mohamed Lashin and Mohamed Shahata. In the attacking end of the midfield, we have left attacking midfielder Mahmoud Trezeguet as a definite candidate, and two likely candidates, Omar Marmoush and Ibrahim Adel. On the right side of the attacking midfield, we have a definite candidate in Mohamed Salah and in Zizo. Actually, he's coded as a central midfielder, but he's been playing in the attacking end over this period. Zizo, also known as Ahmed Sayed. We also have a likely candidate in Mustafa Fati here. Central attackers, even though they do use the position, we have no candidates at the definite, likely, or possible level. It's out of position players like Trezeguet and Zizo covering that position when they use it. For forwards, we have two definite candidates in Mustafa Mohamed and in Osama Faisal. That's all we have there. No candidates at the likely or possible level, but we have four candidates who have kind of drifted off the squad. That's it. That's the list. And let's look at some big names who are off the squad. The biggest names in central defense, Ahmed Hegazi and Ali Gabber. And again, we talked about those in more detail in section 2, but those are familiar names that you won't be seeing in this cup probably. Let's do our review of injuries. So we have quite a few, but recovered from injury seems to be Omar Marmoush. So he missed the October internationals, but has been playing for his club since. And then the possible but unlikely candidate Zalaka was struggling with injury but is recovered. More concerning is four players at the unknown, and they're important players. We have Mohamed Abdelmonem, and we don't know what the situation is. We'll have to update it in part 2, but suffice to say they've been struggling with injury and we don't know a return date for them. So Mohamed Abdelmonem, the central defender, the central midfielder Hamdi Fati, and then the left attacking midfielder Mahmoud Trezeguet, and the right attacking midfielder Zizou. Those are four big names, and they would be sad to lose those from the cup, but we'll have to update those in part 2. We usually add some closing thoughts. I'm going to skip that and just go straight to our preview of part 2. So in mid-December, we're going to release part 2. That's when the final selections are known. So we'll tell you who's been selected both for the final squad and who was selected for the preliminary squad. And we'll focus on notable non-selections, any surprise inclusions, and then we'll add new players. Also at that time, we'll be able to update injuries, and kind of a feature of part 2 is our prediction of the starters. All right, that brings us to the end of our look at Egypt for part 1. We hope you join us for part 2 in early to mid-December. We would like to thank Pixabay and Cold Fingers for the wonderful music used in this mediacast. The title of the piece is Eid Mubarak.